Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Make It a Double Double. This week we have got another one ticked off for a podcast that we love. He's better than the first guy that came around. It's tough to say, isn't it? We can't tell if it's our favourite yet because we need to complete the trio. But we've got the man himself. We've got the Swiss Mafia, Jessie. How are we, pal?
I'm good, boys. I'm good. Good to be here. As I say, I would say a tough act to follow, but I'm not sure about that. You did
it's
also
only
have
Johnny.
you did also have another one of our lads on, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we've had Livy. Yeah,
That's it. Livy. I haven't listened to all that yet, but no, I'm good. I'm good. As I was saying to you, sort of offline, I've survived the chaos of children pre bedtime, and I'm ready for a beer. I'm ready for a good time. So glad to be here.
That's caught us out a couple of times, hasn't it? We've had to reschedule a few times because of the perils of being a father.
We have, mate. I'm flaky as fuck.
I didn't want to say it. I was more than willing to blame your kids. But if you're happy to take the flak for it,
it's all me, mate. It's all me.
But kick us off, mate, with the So Rare Saloon. What drinks are we ordering this week?
Yes. Okay. So we'll start with the alcoholic beverage. So being a Southwest boy, I'm sticking with cider. You boys probably had this before, but a lot of listeners maybe not. So Rattler, which comes from down in Cornwall, the cider farm, purely for the fact that it's my favourite cider. It also reminds me of growing up, like being in my teens or 20s and drinking too much Rattler, having a good time, doing stupid shit. So that's why I got Rattler, just as a bit of an ode to the good old times. You boys had it before?
I'll let Marc go first because I've got my usual story.
Oh, has he got a sob story?
I've heard a few of these. Go on, then.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, as a proud Cornishman myself, I am over the moon that you've picked Rattler because it is my favourite cider. And I have deviated ever so slightly because of what I'm going to be consuming during this podcast. I've gone for Rattler Pineapple.
Oh,
I rate that. Yeah, I rate that.
Yeah, good choice. Like it.
Do you want to quickly explain why, Mark?
Because at the same time as I'm drinking this Rattler Pineapple, I'll also be consuming a whole pineapple. Thanks to the Sarah Down Under.
We'll describe them as pairings, almost as if we're drinking wine.
Yeah.
So you've got pineapple paired with pineapple. Yeah, getting through a whole pineapple. Take us through your sob story, pal.
So, because I know I don't like to take the blame myself, I'm actually going to put this on Jessie. So we had an episode lined up, and you said it. You said you were flaky, not me. And I bought Rattler cider, but the episode got delayed, and we pushed it back. And being the alcoholic that people know and love, I drank it.
Yeah, there was no
not
way
recording. It was never going to stay in the fridge for more than a week. So then I went back to Tesco this evening to pick up another bottle, and they didn't have any. I went to Asda to pick up a bottle from there. They didn't have any, so I've had to just buy a bottle of Thatcher's cider.
That's fair.
It's still a cider to drink with the boys.
Mate, that ticks a box. That does. That's a Southwest choice.
I'm pairing that with boiled eggs.
How many specifically?
12.
12 boiled eggs.
No.
Now, stupidly, I knew I was going to have to eat 12 eggs. I still ate a full tea at like 7 o'clock-ish. So like this is only an hour and a half after I've just eaten a full meal.
Lovely.
So I don't think I'll see 12 off whilst recording, but as a committed man, I might finish them off after we've shut the cameras off.
I should hope so.
Don't forget, mate, you've also got to pile as many in your mouth at once and say Bob Scoofs.
Got to play Bob Scoofs first, pal.
Completely forgot about the Bob Scoofs.
Got to play Bob Scoofs first.
I'm going to have to do it first, because I can't.
We'll get Bob Scoofs out the way. Don't worry, pal. But what soft drink have you got for me, Jesse? I've been excited for this one.
Soft drink. I'd say before I get a soft drink, I'll say as well done, mate, because going for a Thatcher's is about as West Country as you can get round my way. Yeah. So I'll accept that.
That was what I'm pretty sure that's what Johnny picked. Actually,
he did.
Johnny picked Thatcher's.
He did, which is why I didn't. He lives off the stuff. Yeah. In fact, if you ever want a laugh with Johnny, get him on a pod and get him to drink anything else but cider. It's like he melts. It's brilliant.
Just cry about it.
Yeah, he will. Genuinely, he'll cry. Sorry, John. So today I've gone for our non-alcoholic drink as a ice cream float, I think we call it. So
Yeah.
main reason for this is honestly like no idea really. Like it was an impulse. I was thinking like, what are you boys not had before? I almost went for a pint of milk, thinking that'd just go down horribly at this time of night.
Right. I'll get onto it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, carry on. Yeah.
So I was very tempted, but yeah, I thought, no, not going to do that. And then I think maybe this whole MLS sort of chaos going on all around us has probably got in the back of my head, and I got a bit American. So I've gone for an ice cream float. I put in, where is it? I'm intrigued what you boys put in. I put in a cream soda from
Strong. Yeah.
from Tesco's, no added sugar, but whatever they have it add in there is fucking chaos because it's all over my kitchen. Like literally the moment you put in ice cream, it like explodes. But yeah,
55p a can. Good work.
it's pretty tasty though.
Yeah, it is. So I went with you can't see because obviously I've got it in the poster girls cup. I've got a diet sparkling lemonade from Co-op, 50p a bottle, and then I thought give it a bit of flavour. I'll go like a nice raspberry ripple, like something a bit fruity, a bit delicious. I don't know if you can see, but it actually says raspberry pavlova. So I've now got bits of meringue just floating in my drink. But my pairing is hot wings. So extra hot chicken wings was the description. So I gave it a quick Google. I was like, extra hot chicken wings, what can I do? And then fairly near to my work, there's a Wingstop. So I don't know if anyone's been to Wingstop before, but they have a sauce called Atomic Sauce. When I ordered them, it flashed up on the cashier's screen and said, caution customer. So when I said, can I have 12 atomic wings? He said, are you all 12? And I was like, yeah. Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. So that pint of milk, mate, that you mentioned would have gone down an absolute fucking treat today. Would have gone down an absolute treat.
I think you've done all right with ice cream, though, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm gassed. These two have paired beautifully. It's a real lovely Friday evening for me. You've got a whole pineapple. Aaron's got 12 eggs. I've got chicken wings and an ice cream float. I'm fucking living. I'm having a great time.
Hot date there, mate. You're having a great time.
Yeah, exactly. I might deteriorate the more I get through these chicken wings, but we'll see.
The worst part is I'm eating 12 boiled eggs on a pretty terrible hangover as well. So it's not even like I'm in my prime. Just, you know what, I'm really up for it Friday night. No,
that's grim.
I'm on death's door as well. So this is going to be entertaining.
Are we going to get the Bob Scoose game out of the way?
Yeah, come on. Before we get into anything Jessie related, let's talk Bob Scoofs. So this is shout out to the So Rare Down Under boys. Thank you for giving us the creative license to play Bob Scoofs live on Make It a Double.
I wouldn't have had to do it if the lunch wheel didn't fuck me over either. So like, if it wasn't 12 eggs, I wouldn't have had to do the Bob Scoofs game. But for those that haven't listened, the Bob Scoofs game is you put a boiled egg in your mouth and you say the word Bob Scoofs. You put another boiled egg in your mouth and you say the word Bob Scoofs till you can't physically fit any more boiled eggs in your mouth.
It's like what's the marshmallow one? Is it Fluffy Bunny?
Something like Chubby
You put as many marshmallows in. It's like because the point you're like Fluffy Bunny, like it's haha. So I'm excited. Come on.
Can you do us a favour before you start?
No, I'm not doing exactly what I'm doing. I am not doing what you're about to say.
Can you just hold an egg up? And can you, in your best Cockney accent, can you say, shout out the boiled egg, you know the rules?
I knew exactly what was coming.
You're going to give it a crisp 7 out of 10, but an 8 out of 10 overall?
I'd rather choke and die on this episode than do an impression of him. So, speaking of him, please tell me you've seen the video of him getting hit on the head with a bottle at the dart.
I thought it was you.
So if you don't know what we're on about, it's Bevo, and he was Adam, fuck off. And he was stood at the darts and someone's pinged a bottle and it just bounces off the back of his head while he's on stage. And whoever it is, I owe you.
It was a good shot. It was a good shot, to be fair.
Right, let me choke.
Come on, here we go. Bob Scoofs.
So Bob Scoofs. In fact, I'm not going with that one. That's a big egg. I'll go with a bit of a battered one. Bob Scoofs.
There's better be no chewing there.
Bob Scoofs.
You need at least 4. Simon got 4.
Come on, Bigo.
One more. I want an attempt at 4.
This is how Sora ends when someone does a podcast and dies live on air.
You need to see that coming back out.
Listen, I think 3's valiant. I don't think I'd have done more than 3.
I think he got to 4. I'm sure he only got 2, didn't he?
I'm sure he said 4.
Yeah.
We'll clarify afterwards.
Perhaps they got smaller eggs in Australia.
Maybe they do have smaller eggs in Australia. But let's before Sorare does die, Jessie, how did you get into Sorare? So we ask everybody, where did you find Sorare? How did you get into it? What is Sorare and your Sorare story?
Before you answer, Jesse, I'm just gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna start carving up my pineapple. All right, so I'm not being rude. Okay, I'm just gonna.
I will also mute my mic and start chowing down on some chicken wings. So you just talk to yourself for 5 minutes, pal. You'll be all right.
That's all I do anyway, mate. So yeah, how did I get here? Fucking hell! Like, honestly, I kind of probably like most people. Like, I've always liked a little side hustle. So if I were to think back, like what I used to get up to, I started off at like school, but we used to burn CDs and sell them. You used to do that, download off LimeWire or whatever else we had. So I always had a little side hustle, a way of making money. And then that switched. Do you ever play Profit Accumulator? Do you ever do that?
Don't think so.
No, never.
So there you go. Mark's got his thumb up.
Yes, I used to do that.
There you go. So like back
these are up.
Back in like 2012, 2013, like there was a way of people worked out a way to beat the bookies with like these little calculators they made online, and then you could effectively put bets on and bet against the bets on the lay a bet.
Oh, is this like match betting?
That's it, yeah. But it was like the super early days, and me and Ricky from Thursday Club stumbled across it and then started making money out of it, substantial money. And then once that kind of got found out, and like they used to gub you and stop, like ban you play on it, betting on it, we were then like I guess we had like a bit of a hole, and then that was then filled with the dreaded word Football Index.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
another one.
And that is how if you were like in a nutshell, how do you get it? It's Football Index, because like there was a whole community, a bit like So Rare now, a whole community on there. I reckon like 2017-ish, maybe it was like early days, like made loads and loads of easy cash on it with minimal cash, because it was a Ponzi scheme and like proper, downright dirty. But like just a great community. And what you had then was every time something new came up, have you gotten into this, you got into that, and one of those was So Rare. And I gave So Rare a go in like 2000 and right at the start, was it 2018-ish? Like maybe, something like that. And I thought it was shit. Like it was, it's terrible on Sarah podcast, but like they only had the Belgian Pro League at the start.
Yeah.
And what I hated about it was players that I'd never heard of or that were shit at football would score really well and would beat players that I knew were good at football, and it just made no logic to me. And at the time, ETH wasn't worth that much money, so they were giving out thresholds partway through that were like worth a few quid, and I was like, nah, it doesn't really do it for me. So I kind of like I checked out of it, focused on FI. How's he getting on? He's still going.
Sorry, I'm just watching Marc eat the biggest. If you're not watching on YouTube, Marc is currently eating what can only be described as a breeze block of pineapple. That is outrageous.
The brief was a whole pineapple, mate.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't mean to disrupt you, Jesse, but
no, mate.
There's the lid.
That's why I'm here. I'm filler while you eat pineapple.
I've got many segments of these skins that I've cut off.
Respect. Yeah, fair play. You've done well
with this fucker.
You've done well, mate. So shit thresholds, bad players doing well.
I was out of it all in on FI, and then luckily I did a house move, took my money out of FI, so I took it all out before it crashed. And then watched it burn to the ground. I was like, fucking hell, that was lucky. And then once I came out of that, So Rare developed a bit and I jumped into it. And I was one of those people, I listened to the Aussies last week, how they're talking about it was rare prizes, rare referrals.
Yeah.
So So my rare referral was Thibaut Courtois.
What?
Yeah, and
Fuck.
I sold him for 3K, and I was like, this is a joke. Like, is this a serious platform? Like, what is going on?
What?
So I was, yeah, and that was like me locked back in, and I got super lucky because I got into. Have you played Top Shots or bought Top Shots
Yeah,
NFTs
I've done
before?
Top Shots. Yeah.
So me and Rick, when we had lockdown, it was spring before, I reckon. But we bought loads of those just because we used to get drunk. We had this big screen. We like basketball, and we're like, oh, we'll just buy these like $9 packs of cards and because there were moments, and they come up on the
Yeah.
screen, and we'd be like,
Yeah.
is it LeBron or what? And it was
Yeah.
so dumb. It's ridiculous, like complete waste of money. And then
It's still
and
going
then
about.
yeah, and then Gary
Yeah,
V
still
was
a
like,
thing.
NFTs, do this, and I'd shit you not, like, let's say $500 worth of like being stupid turned into like 40K, and we were like, oh my god, what is going on with NFTs? Like, this is unreal. And then both of us were like, press the red button, take all that money out, and then obviously that all slid. And then that's why we got into So Rare again. We're like, oh, what should we do? And then we chucked some money into So Rare to play. And I've been in and out of So Rare since then. Like, I love it because of the whole like, I like the idea of owning the game. Like, I'm genuinely bought into it. I do a bit of crypto, and like I saw the difference and kind of the USP it has. So I'm like one of these people that's like really pro it. I love the game. It's fun. But like I took my money in and out. So each time I've needed the money I take, and now I just play it purely for fun because what I learned from all of those things I did was I got super lucky with timing, and each one went, dude.
And at some point, if you keep trying to do that, you're
Yeah.
not going to get lucky with the timing. Yeah.
Nah, and So Rare's kind of done the same, hasn't it? Like, it's
Yeah.
just taken this dip, and it's now like leveled out, I think, at where it should be as a platform.
Yeah,
Like, it's a
agreed.
sustainable platform.
Yeah.
So like all the people trying to make quick money, they either made it or they've lost it, and that's like tough shit because that's how these cycles go. But
Yeah.
there'll be something else, and someone else can get on that, or you stay in So Rare and you play the game and you try and grind the wins and play the game.
Especially the way it's going, because with the changes and stuff, there's like a focus on cash rewards. So if you want to win cash and take it out, then those cash rewards are going to be there.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure that you're set up to do that. Like I was looking like I think it was McBride and Quinney. They both had good weeks this midweek, didn't they? Because it was obviously Celtic getting a ridiculous win.
Yeah, smashed it.
Like McBride midweek won like nearly $1,000 cash because he's set up to win good competitions. So like if that's what you want to do, then you're fucking right there. Also, we'll just point out, by the way, Celtic couldn't keep a clean sheet because fucking Michael Mellon, the greatest footballer in the history of the Scottish Premier League, came off the bench to score for Dundee. So don't know why he's not starting. But
I was going to say I didn't realise Owen Beck scored.
No, he didn't, mate. Michael Mellon, the greatest loanee to ever play for Dundee. Everybody knows that. You probably question. I mean, I'm questioning why he don't fucking play for Burnley. But never mind. Not talking about that right now.
But yeah, you reference like McBride there, right? And there's people like him and Quinney. Like the danger of So Rare is you look at people like that have either got in early, and seen what I've seen and benefited out of it, and you're trying to replicate that, and you can't unless you're throwing in loads of. And if you're throwing in loads of money, you have to accept that like that might also burn. It's just it's time. They gambled on it at a time when it was worth nothing and was biggest risks. It's just the world it is.
I remember there was one fella that I saw. I'm sure he was a French lad. Joey, I can't for the life of me remember Joey something, but he was a big account, and I'm pretty sure he's almost completely sold up now. But this was when you had the likes of like Enzo and Alvarez at River Plate just slapping in hundreds every week, and he had like a 250 grand gallery, and he was winning like 15 grand's worth of cards a week.
It's unreal.
And I remember seeing that and being like, oh, sick. Yeah, I'll just do that. And then I looked how much like a super rare Julian Alvarez was, and at the time it was like 15 grand. So like, no, forget it. I'll go and buy Chimmy Avila from Osasuna, and then I looked at him and he was 40 quid. So I was like, fucking hell, where do I actually go from here now? Yeah. But
yeah, if you remember, You'll Never Walk Alone as well. So he's the guy who got me into it.
Okay.
Again, like you talk to different people in the community. He was the one that was like trying to sell So Rare to me, and I was like, nah, It's ridiculous. So I'm not on it. I'm not on it. And to be fair, like I say, I've got in and out of it. I genuinely try to go away from it. I'm like, I'm out. That's me done.
Yeah.
And like the boys joke all the time. Like I'm like, right, this is my new strategy. I've just invested in like Pickford and this and that and the other. And they're like, yeah, cool, mate. Well done. Good waste of money. I'll see you in like 2 weeks' time when you sell that whole port because you want to go on holiday or do something. I'm like, and it happens every time. Like, but I can't keep away. I keep coming back in because it's good fun.
So we've got we've got a boy in our group chat called Jack. So a big shout out to Jack if you do listen. I don't know if he does because he sells up every 3 weeks. And he so this
I'm
week
Jack.
last week, this is what it just made me laugh because every group must have one. And he for MLS he came back, and when like the starting and stuff, he was like, yeah, I put some money in, I've bought these players, and he bought some really nice players like Carlos Hill, like the Philly boys, Cucho, Buanga, like the big boys. And then I think as his first message, so he literally put in his new gallery, all these players he bought. Aaron said, I'll give you 70% for it in a week. Because that's the flow of how Jack does things. He last year
about it was just that's going to be sold up by
was it? I think it was the start of this season where he'd like prepped all summer, and he's like he bought a St. Pauli stack and he bought a Darmstadt stack, or it was 2 Bundesliga second divisions.
He had that one in Belgium. What's that shit team?
The stupid RDMV, whatever they're called.
RWDM or something.
Yeah, them ones. And he bought them. And when I tell you, they got 1 game and got sold. Like, literally got sold straight away. We got a message in the chat yesterday, and he said, lads, I've just sold Buanga and Diego Rossi. What do I do? Do I sell Cucho? And he got annihilated. Because he literally got 1 game out of them.
Did he sell them for a profit though?
I don't know. Because I think he said, I've sold Cucho, I've sold Buanga and Rossi. Do I sell Cucho and buy Buanga? Why don't you just sell?
I don't think he had Buanga. He's been trying to sell Cucho for ages.
Oh,
even though he scores better than Buanga. And he wants to sell Cucho to buy Buanga, but then because he just keeps sending in offers from people constantly, it's like you've had him a week, just either sell him or show him.
I'm now getting insight to what the boys say about me, because this is exactly what happens. Like we've got a group. I thought we were quite unique. I don't know. Like, so there's probably 8, 9 of us from like the Bristol area that are like, most of us are mates as well in a WhatsApp group and have been for a while. And it's just like, you go, I'm sure you did the same, you go away from your phone, there's like 101 messages, and they're all shite about So Rare, and like, could have won this week, but I had someone as a DMP, and like, so you didn't, type of thing. And that's exactly where I get rinsed in that group every single time. I am Jack. I can't do anything.
He was kicking off about Celtic doing well, and he was like, "Oh, I'm never going to win All-Star now." And then he put his team in last night, and it got like 370 points, which I was like, "Yeah, do you know what? That's not a bad score." But I think I replied to it, and I was like, "Oh, if only Celtic hadn't played so well, because you were right there. You were right on the edge."
Well, the one thing I will say, the guy, his first week back this time,
smashed it.
Finished 9th in 270. So he got a Pedri limited and a Thalvin. Is it Thalvin rare?
Yeah, Tovan. Yeah.
And it was like all of a sudden he had like his biggest ever reward on his first game week back after putting money in, and you were like, if you'd have never left, mate, how many Pedris could you have rocked up?
This is it. He's had nice cards. I'm hoping he sticks with it this time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he sticks with it. Speaking of sticking with it, so we've obviously talked about Thursday Club with Johnny.
Yeah.
But talk to me about your involvement with the Thursday Club and where you started out with that.
So Thursday Club was probably like you boys, I'm guessing. So the 3 of us live like right next to each other. Me and Rick, best mates growing up. John's like we've been close to for years as well. And when So Rare sort of came into our lives, it became that thing where you meet up, and whatever you're supposed to meet up for, you do it. And then as soon as the conversation got dry, or there could be like any kind of joke linked to a So Rare player or something, it was like, right, diversion, and then that's all we talk about. It like ends whatever you're planning on doing. and usually involved us getting drunk and then one of us buying a so rare card that we couldn't afford and regretting it in the morning. And then it went on so much. We were like, why do we not just do a podcast and talk about this shit? Because there's people listening to it, and mainly for a bit of fun. That was kind of the concept. It was like, right, we'll do it for fun, and when it stops being fun, we'll stop doing it. I think it was like last February. We must be coming up to a year of like being together doing it.
Yeah.
And it started off with almost like an excuse from the wives that, right, every like Thursday, if we say we're recording a podcast, we can sit downstairs and we can have some beers and we just chat rubbish. And we'll say, that's all right, we're recording a podcast. And like, it genuinely, it gave us that structure. Like every Thursday we were seeing the boys talking rubbish. And yeah, we had fun. Like it rolled on. Well, it rolled on to the end of the year. Like debated it. I said I was flaky at the start. I reckon like maybe, I don't know if you've seen any recently, but probably come November, my face disappeared from the screen because whatever excuse I had each week. And fair play, John and Rick have kind of kept it going. So I kind of committed to join in here and there, but because of work and kids and whatever excuse I might have the next week, I was like, do you know what? It almost went past like the fun bit all the time to like, shit, like I've got to try and squeeze it in. So yeah, that's why I'm doing more like I'll do more drop-ins really more than anything. But the boys are like super on it, super keen, keep the flag flying. We've got our own 5-a-side team that we kind of do it all with as well. So yeah, no, it's good. It's been great. I expect you boys have loved it as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you found it?
Yeah, well, we're probably similar in terms of like where the podcast comes from, but we don't know each other. Like we do now.
Yeah.
But Aaron started our group chat like as a place for sort of people who don't have like those people to talk about So Rare to like come and talk about So Rare. And that was, I mean, how long has that been going now? As like 2.5 years?
Over 2 years. It was like February 22, were it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Something like
I think
that.
So,
like
might have been.
22.
Yeah. So I think I joined not long after that. And there's quite a lot of us in there now. I've got a couple of Dutch lads that we speak to on the reg. Obviously, you boys came to my wedding. And then obviously the podcast came off the back of these fucking chicken wings are spicy, by the way. Fucking hell. I thought I was doing all right, but it's just fucking got to me a little bit.
I said I wanted to speak to you this podcast.
Yeah, it's got to me a little bit. I'll be all right. I'm a big boy. So yeah, but now we know each other like in person because of the podcast and because of So Rare, which obviously we've met yourself in person as well, haven't we?
Yeah, sevens.
You got to see me eviscerate my my knee.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. To be fair, how are you now? Have you recovered?
I've got surgery at the end of the month.
Have you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
A week before we got to Scotland.
Yeah, literally the week before So Rare Sevens Falkirk.
I actually felt sorry for you boys a bit at Sevens because in the sort of like group stages, if you were comfortably the best team there, and you like top of the league, weren't you? And then in the these guys are going to complain about it.
I'm not sure about that. Pretty sure we won the fucking thing, mate.
Well, no, as did you won half of it.
I've got more of a trophy than you did, and you organised it. Carry on.
No, I was just saying these boys obviously finished top of the league when we did the league structure bit, and then you went out in the semis on penalties, didn't you? So
that was the keeper that you went out to, that's Jack.
Oh,
the one that saved the 3 penalties, that's Jack. Yeah, there you go. Fucking hell, look, bring it round, full circle moment.
Mate, I don't want to be compared to that guy. Fucking hell.
If it helps, I'm pretty sure he did. He got lobbed by the opposing keeper in one of his games. So
good, he deserved it.
Got brought back down to earth. No, we've not.
We got a rule. We got a rule now. If you quit So Rare 3 times within the year, then you're not allowed to Sevens. So
he's not coming to Falkirk.
Mate, honestly, genuinely loved Sevens. Like, biggest advocate. It was so good. Like, the best thing about So Rare outside of like whatever people have it personally is the community, right? And that's how you boys are together. And having people together live like that.
Yeah.
And then having beers afterwards, and it was good to bring it all to life, wasn't it? All the people that you and some people were like, I don't know if you found this. Some people were like a real surprise compared to like what you thought they were. And then and then those you're like, bang on. You know, I absolutely. But it was brilliant, mate. I'd love to be there again. We want to come up to Scotland, but it's just too much. Flaking out again. But
Well, we're straight back to Nottingham in July.
yeah, I'm hopefully we can beat. Did we tell you Ricky snapped his arm? Our keeper.
Yeah,
The other one. You've probably seen him on the pod. Yeah, so he's like about the worst injury you can do as a keeper. Like snapped it up
Yeah.
here.
Oh shit!
Fucking hell.
You have to put
Yeah.
Jack in goal for you this time.
Do you know what though? That's
Not
a
talking
good
to that guy.
question. As a goalkeeper, like, what do you think? Like the actual worst injury? Like, obviously, like you can't say like, oh, if you had both your arms cut off, because like obviously that's the worst. But like something that's like you could live a normal life, but has like actually happened. So I've got one in my head that I've thought of. That's what's made me think of it. Because obviously Ricky's is bad, but then do you remember? I assume you remember Carlo Cudicini,
Yeah.
the old Chelsea keeper. So I'm pretty sure he fell off his motorbike and broke both of his wrists at the same time. So, like, as a keeper, is there any, like, literally, you can't use either of your hands that you get paid to use?
I was only thinking like dislocated shoulder or broken collarbone or something.
Yeah, they're big ones, aren't they?
I think you go opposite and go something that's wrong with your legs, because the most annoying thing is that you've still got your arms, but you can't go in net because one of your legs are fucked.
Maybe.
So I feel like that'd be more frustrating than
I mean,
if your arms are fucked. Your arms are fucked.
Oh, shit. I was just thinking, that was Carlo Cudicini as well. Do you remember when Chet got knocked out?
Same
Stephen
game.
Hunt.
They both got knocked out that game, didn't they?
Same game. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember they had to swap Cudicini from... Because John
Knee
Terry
to the
ended up
head,
in it, didn't he?
Put a knee to the head.
Yeah, Chet got kneed in the head, yeah. Yeah, but they were both Stephen Hunt, weren't they?
Yeah.
Mad. What a mad game that was. Fucking hell.
Speaking of injuries, have you do you know Ross McCrory, who moved to Bristol City? You know him, City.
Yeah, the Aberdeen boy.
So do you know, he came across to us like big hope for him. Played pre-season, looked great. Then he was out literally from pre-season until like a month or two ago. Bacterial infection, and it like, what's the bacterial infection? And word had it was they started calling him Dick Rot.
Oh no!
And I can't confirm or deny if it's right, but yeah, there was a rumor going around that it was that kind of bacterial infection, and then he ended up being out until pretty much near end of the season.
So embarrassing as well,
I mean, I'm calling it true, whatever.
It must be those Bristol birds.
Yeah.
I can confirm. Don't go anywhere near them.
Before
we
move completely off of,
just quickly, Mark, because we had a player with a bloody bacterial infection as well. Darko Cherlanov. Why would any of you know who he is? No, he's back on loan at Schalke now, but he just had like a standard leg injury, and got an infection from surgery, but I'm pretty sure it was sepsis.
Fucking hell.
So he apparently, like, he nearly died. Like, we've not seen him. I've not seen him play since the back end of 22, I think. And we had like big hopes for him, like he'd come, like, he's still only a young lad. He's only like 22. Not seen him in an under 23s game. He's literally come back and like he scored for Schalke on his first game back. And it's mad, isn't it? Like, 'cause you don't think of stuff like that.
And you just assume it's going to be an injury through playing football.
And like, you just come back from it, and then you get a fucking mad infection. Sorry, Mark, I cut you off there.
That's all right. I was just going to say, before we completely move off Sora Sevens, Jessie, did you see our latest partnership this week?
No, tell me more.
Our only partnership, by the way.
Okay.
Apart from So Rare, actually. No, you're right.
So Rare. Okay.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. So our new company that are supporting us now are So Rare Data. They're going to be supporting us going forward, and so they're very kindly putting up a few So Rare Data memberships as prizes.
Nice.
But also for Falkirk, they've committed to SO5 Matrix scoring the final.
That's cool.
So we're going to be setting up some cameras, filming the final at Sora Sevens Falkirk, and sending it off to Sora Data, and they are very kindly going to score each player that plays in the final and give them an SO5.
So
rating.
anyone that is coming to Sorare Sevens, make sure you look your best when you turn up, because I'll be taking a pretty little headshot, and that's what Sorare Sevens will be using for the scoring. So make sure you look good.
That's an epic idea. Love that.
It were actually out of the blue as well, wasn't it? It was a
Completely out of the
previous guest, Mr. Andrew Laird, that just randomly messaged us saying, "How
Previous-
long are your games?"
Previous guest / biggest fan.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically like us doing some sort of like charitable work, getting him on just because he was so excited to spend some time with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play to him. He said we've apparently been talk of the town in Sorare data meetings.
Nice. There's going to be some serious ego smashing when people pull out like 27s. You have them knocking down your door.
Because I was thinking this, because obviously it's like 7 aside.
Yeah.
But surely like every keeper's going to be on a 15 decisive score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also
apart from me, because I kept 2 clean sheets before I died.
I was also thinking, like, you know, in 7 aside, there's literally like a goal scoring chance every minute, less than a minute, 30 seconds. So there's going to be so many like big chance missed, big chance missed, big chance missed.
I'm just going to sit. If we get there, I'm going to stay at centre half and just play long balls up to Sam every time.
Yeah.
Well, attempted assist, and I'm just going to
won't be any attempted assist, mates. Mate, Sam does not know the meaning of big chance missed. He's an absolute machine, that boy.
Who said they're on the same team?
They better be, you tight bastard. In fact, actually, I'm only doing admin this year. I couldn't give a shit. Put them on different teams.
No. You can't separate the winners. You can't split it up. I'm actually going to be gutted if we don't get to the final, just because I'd love to just have a little photo of me with like I'm about to say a green score, then like I'm definitely going to do well. But I'd love to just have it there, like nice little 60+ decisive next to my name.
If you boys do get to the final again, can I come on in the final for like the last 10 seconds and just make sure that I've got a back-to-back trophy like you? Otherwise, Mark, can you make sure you split them all up? Fuck them.
Do you know what I was just thinking? Do you know what I was just thinking? When we're at sevens and we find out which teams are in the final, what we should do is each pick a player from the final that's playing the final, and they'll be our So Rare darts picks for the following podcast.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm picking Aaron early doors. Aaron's my pick.
We only need 100.
Well, I better pick someone decent then. So
get fucked. Captain me, mate. 120 points in the bag.
Funny. Right. Well,
what were you going to say, Jesse?
Yeah.
I was going to ask where you playing. Is it on Falkirk's pitch?
Yeah, it's at Falkirk's ground. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That'd be decent.
Yeah, it's a lovely stadium, to be fair.
We're a big deal now, mate. We've got connections left, right, and centre.
I know you are. I'm half surprised Laird's not flying in. Maybe he is.
Well, when he like messaged us and he was like Aaron said, it was just out of the blue, and he was like, "So about So Rare Sevens." We were like, "Fucking hell, here we go. He's flying in. I've said I'll buy his ticket." And then he was like, "No, I'm not coming." And we were like, "Oh, fuck."
He's a proper legend, though, like a real nice guy. Like when we first started doing the podcast, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was like, Laird, please tell me what you do, how you do it, what software do I use? Talk to me like I'm an idiot. And he was like, yeah, this is what I do. I do this, I do that. And like basically what we use for our platform is through him. He's a legend. Like always got time for everyone. He's proper boy and really decent pod.
Well, in September, me and my wife are going on our honeymoon. We're doing a road trip across the States. And me and Laird have said we're going to meet up and have an Arnold Palmer / John Daly when we get to New York. So yeah, I'll be meeting Laird in New York at some point in September.
Have you found your wedding ring yet?
No, I haven't found my wedding ring, mate. It's still yet to be found.
Have you lost it?
Yeah, I lost it after about 2 weeks, mate.
Do you know, I did the same thing, not after 2 weeks, but I did it the summer just gone, and I left it in an airport. I went to Menorca with my family, and I was like, I don't know where the fuck it is, and eventually it was found in an airport. And then randomly, my neighbour was flying out there. I was like, just go in the airport and see if you can find it. And he did. Like, it's on my finger now.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm convinced mine's in my house. So no exciting airport stories for me.
What he didn't tell you is he had to buy it from the jewellers in the airport.
Yeah. To be fair, it was a shitty 50 quid titanium ring. So probably, I have no idea.
Right, shall we play tenor ball?
Yeah, tell me what I've got to do.
Because so I told Aaron and Mark today. I didn't tell him the questions. I just told him I've got a stupid pair of questions for you today. So, Jessie, have you ever been at home at 3 o'clock on a weekday? Sorry.
Have I ever been at home at 3 o'clock on a weekday? Yeah, I have.
Have you ever watched Tenable with Warwick Davis?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
So this is what we're playing, but so rare / football related.
Right.
I forgot I was doing it today, so I've got you 2 questions, both just football based. And so,
can we take one moment just to appreciate how much pineapple Marc is already through?
I know he's done pretty well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's some effort. I've still got 6 chicken wings left.
What you need is a pineapple cider to wash that down, though.
You do,
mate. I've almost gone through the first one already. I've
Aaron, how are those eggs
also
going?
got like a pool of pineapple on the chopping board in front of me, which I'll lick up at the end or something. I don't know.
That's a bit of extra content there, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Mate, it said whole pineapple. I'm committing to a whole pineapple, juices and all.
Sorry, Adam, go for it.
How are the eggs going? Though, Alice, before we...
I am a few eggs in. I'm not going to lie, I could shit myself, so I'm just going to give them a minute and just maybe approach them again later on.
So, Aaron, you're bad at this game. So,
Horrendous.
Even though you absolutely fucked me last week with the cricket question, I'm going to be kind to you and I'm going to let you pick your question. So, your 2 questions are, according to a Radio Times article from a month ago, who are the 10 best footballers of all time? That's the first question. The second question is, according to a Guardian article from 2013, who are the best 10 footballers of 2013?
I'll go for the most recent one, please.
So you're going for top 10 best players of all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So, Jessie, you're going to go first, and you're going to alternate answers. So it'll be you, then Aaron, you, then Aaron. 2 lives each. Once you've lost your 2 lives, you lose.
All right. Top 10 of all time.
So this is the top 10 footballers of all time, according to The Guardian.
Right.
Let me... sorry, not according to The Guardian, according to Radio Times. I don't know why they're an influential football...
I'm doing that quiz thing when you like blank out, instantly you get asked a question like, fuck.
That's just how I live my life.
So you can go first, Jessie, as the guest.
All right. I'll have Pele.
You'll have Pele. So Pele is down as number 4.
I'll go number 1. We'll go Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi is number 1 on the list, and rightly so.
Yeah, that'll be. Okay, so this has just been written, hasn't it? Right, it's a modern one.
Yeah, this is from a month ago, this one.
I don't want to fuck it already, but I'm going to do it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Could be debatable.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah. I thought that threw me a little bit, that one. I thought they were going to be 1 and 2.
See, I think I'm going to say Maradona.
Maradona's number 2, mate. So,
Yeah,
so far,
2.
you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So, did Sergio Aguero write this list?
Do I go for him?
It's tough from here. It is tough.
Yeah,
It's such a subjective question.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like,
subjective.
I'm going for my favourite footballer of all time, which is Zizou, Zinedine Zidane. I mean, it's very debatable, but I'm going for it.
Zidane is number 5 on the list.
Yes.
So you've done it in order. So Aaron, number 6, please.
Naki Wells.
Naki Wells. It says under the Lionel Messi thing. It says we were going to pick Naki Wells, but it didn't seem fair. So obviously he was in consideration.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep eating these chicken wings as.
I think I'm going to go with a defender.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Maldini.
Oh, that's a shout.
Not
Nope.
on there.
See,
It's always forwards. I should
yeah.
avoid
Will they
the
credit
derbies,
defenders
yeah.
and goalies? Because I was thinking about going for a goalie.
So, I'll let you pick your next one, and then I'll give you both a clue.
Right. I'm going to go Gianluigi Buffon as the best goalie of all time. Sneak in there.
Not in the top 10.
Uh,
So, there is only one defender. No
So there's a
goalkeepers.
oh, fuck me, I've
According
got
to
some.
them-
Yeah.
So according to them, there's a better defender than Maldini.
And then I'm just looking.
I reckon I know who it is.
There's only one midfielder. The rest are forwards.
Oh, there's so many. Oh, go Fat Ronaldo. No.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Nice.
That works out well.
Johan Cruyff.
That was my next one. Now you've done that.
Number 6, pal. Yep.
So what we got? 7, 8, and 10.
Yeah.
And we know one of them's a defender.
You do know one of them's a defender. Good. Well done.
I'm gonna say I don't feel like he's voted one of the best of all time though.
Then don't say him.
No, I know, but you don't see it.
Talk me through your reasoning then. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say Thierry Henry.
I love Thierry.
But I don't feel like he's ever talked as one of the top 10 players, but he's always up there in conversations as well. So
It's a modern one though, isn't it? They're all pretty
Yeah.
modern.
Screw it, I ain't got anyone else in mind, so I'll go Thierry.
Thierry's not in
Not
there,
on
pal.
it.
Sorry.
Didn't think so.
I'm going to
So,
go with
Jesse, you've won. Do you want to keep going?
I'm going to go with the defender being Beckenbauer.
It is Big Franz. Yep.
That's who I
Der
was
Kaiser
thinking.
himself.
The defender.
Or Frank, as his friends refer to him as.
As Joey Barton says.
Fucking knobhead.
Should have remembered that because Beckenbauer was the first ever icon or was a legend at the time I packed on FIFA.
Oh shit! Yeah, we should have just worked our way through Legends cards.
He was a
shouldn't
fucking good one as all. He was a good one and all.
So
That
it
was
was Jesse
the
one.
worst time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jesse's one and there's 2 left.
Jesse's
left.
one. So you 2 left. Do you want to know the 2?
Can I have a go?
Yeah,
You can
go
have a
for
go.
it. Go on.
Eusebio.
Eusebio's not in there.
Oh.
Is going to be someone like Kevin De Bruyne on there or something stupid that's still playing now?
No,
Ronaldinho.
the midfielder's obvious.
Ronaldinho.
Nope.
He was my other one to Thierry Henry, and I just thought he's not going to be up
No, one of them. He's all. I feel like he's in the conversation, but I don't think he's. He wouldn't be in my top 10. But I've literally never seen him play. I've never seen a highlight. I couldn't tell you.
Aka.
No. Is he the one you're saying? I wouldn't have seen a highlight. He's
No,
one of my favourite players of all
Yeah.
time, Kaka. No.
Not
yeah.
Nedved.
No. So your midfielder, I'll put you out of your misery. You'll kick yourselves. Andres Iniesta.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
Can't believe you've never seen him play.
Idiot. It's not that one. The other one that I don't think you'd have ever got or wouldn't have got for a long time, Alfredo Di Stefano.
Real Madrid.
Obviously
Yeah.
a legend in his own right, but it's hard to put him up there when I feel like no one's
Never
ever seen him
seen
play. Do you know what I mean?
Are you boys Messi or Ronaldo's then?
Messi all day long, and if you
Messi.
say anything else, you're a moron. Sorry.
No, I'm with
Messi.
you.
I just thought.
I honestly do think Ronaldo can be more entertaining at times, though, as in like as a player and stuff. But
for me, they've always been the perfect nature versus nurture. Because Messi, it feels like it doesn't matter what he does. He was born to be as good at football as he is. Like when you see him play, he walks about, he's lazy, he doesn't get involved, and then flick of a switch, he's the most electrifying athlete of all time. Ronaldo, when he came to the Premier League, was a skinny little dweeb who, don't get me wrong, had talent, but would just get twatted. Like he just got kicked about. I remember, who did United play in the FA Cup final? Was it Millwall? Or is it in one of the semis? It might have been one of the two. and he did like a stupid little Rabona fake and then a Rabona cross at 5-0. And I was like, fuck me, like this lad's got something about him. And then that year that he had at United, where he was incredible, yeah, fantastic. But that year that he went to Madrid, and he just
Changed everything.
turned into like, you could tell that's when he started putting the work in, and he was like a physical specimen. When they were doing like documentaries about him, like there was a thing that like he's got less body fat than the average supermodel. He jumps higher than the average NBA basketballer. He runs faster than like a Spanish Olympian. There's more. I think what was the one that I never believed? There's more G-force in the way that he turns than there is in a space rocket at launch. Was apparently a real thing.
I always love the stats me of like if Haaland was to score 25 goals a season for the next 15 years, he still wouldn't have as many career goals as Ronaldo does.
Yeah, which
and
is
you just think
that's
how
wild,
do you have that kind of longevity?
Yeah, that is wild.
Have you watched him live?
Who, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I have.
He looks like a different species. Well, like when he was in his prime, like just different. I never watched Messi. I imagine Messi was exactly the same, but like he was a freak. Although I tell you who was even better to watch. I probably just got him like on a weird game, but Griezmann. You know how he scores really well on So Rare, like a cheat code. Unbelievable to watch live, like so good at football.
I think we mentioned it before on here, but
we've talked about this before.
We talked about like best individual performance we've seen live.
Yeah.
Before, and mine was
Didier.
Mine was Didier Drogba at Anfield.
Yeah.
And when Chelsea dicked us 4-1 at Anfield, and Drogba was just unbelievable. He bullied our defence for 90 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the best player, I think comfortably the best player I've ever seen in person is Eden Hazard.
Oh yeah,
he
was good at his best.
It was literally like he had the ball glued to his feet. He like because this was obviously when we had like Phil Bardsley, so we were just trying to like knock 10 lumps of shit out of him, and he was getting booted up into the air. I'm sure he took the ball with him and came back down with it. He was an absolute freak. Absolute freak. Speaking of absolute freaks, Pineapple Boy. Do you want to do a quiz?
Let's do it. I was only going to say, do you remember when Ronaldo first joined United and Rooney was playing for Everton, and Ronaldo was doing stepovers at Old Trafford, and Rooney absolutely just ran at him and cleaned him out. And Rooney was only about 17 years old as well.
See, that's the Rooney that I remember.
Yeah,
it's like remember the name Wayne Rooney. That Wayne Rooney. That's the one I remember. What a boy.
Rooney. Loved him.
Mark and Jessie, your second quiz now. So your second question is actually the same question. So top 10 footballers, but specifically of the year 2013.
So no Di Stefano.
Hey, who knows, mate? Nobody knows how long he played for. So, Mark, I'll let you go first this time.
I mean, I have to go through the obvious of Messi, don't I?
Lionel Messi, number 1.
Top 10 2013. I'm going to put Ronnie in there.
Number 2.
So I'm trying to think of
what was going on in 2013.
I'm going to say Luis Suarez.
Number 9. Good shout.
I've genuinely lost track of football in the years. 2013.
I enjoyed looking at this list because this article is actually the top 100, and I've just narrowed it down to top 10 for you. I thought top 100 might take a while, but it's weird to see some of these players.
Like, was Thierry still playing? I'm guessing he was. I'm going to go Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry is not in the top 10.
Was he still playing then? He must have been.
I think so.
I think, but that'll have been back when he was like going back on loan to Arsenal and Red Bull.
Past those days.
When did they play Barcelona in the Champions League final? That was
2010, I think.
10, maybe.
Wait, when who played Barcelona in the Champions League
Arsenal.
Final? That was 2006, mate.
Was it?
Or 2005?
No, 2005.
No, yours was 2005. It was the year after you. Yeah, when Giuliano Belletti scored the winner because Manuel Almunia got sent off.
Can you remember the team that Henry scored against when he went back on loan to Arsenal at the end of his career.
Leeds, fuck 'em, wankers. And a 1-0 win.
Yep.
Because that, I remember, that was like quintessential Henry, because he like ghosted past the defender, and it was when he used to like swing his arm out and like open up his body and like just curled it in the bottom corner, and I was like, oh, he's sexy French bastard. Still doing it at like 36. What a fucking boy.
I'm going to say Sergio Aguero.
You've done 9 and 10, mate.
Ooh.
Well done. Suarez and Aguero, 9 and 10. So, Jesse, you need this to stay alive, mate.
Gareth Bale got to be at that point in time.
Number 7.
Yeah, he was flying, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
I'm going to stick at Madrid, and I'm going to say Luka Modric.
Luka Modric is not in the top 10.
I think that's a bit early for Modric.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it?
Have we said... There's one really obvious one, but I don't know if we... Did you say Neymar?
Nobody said Neymar yet?
I'm going Neymar.
Number
Gotta be.
6.
Why did I think it was too early for Neymar?
He looks very young in this picture. It must be his first year at Barca.
He was bloody good young, though, wasn't he? That's when he was at his best.
Oh, do you remember his Puskas Award for Santos?
Yeah, I'm going to say even at Santos, he were incredible, and no one even watched
Well,
Brazilian football. They just watched it
do
because
you
he
know
was
what?
there.
They changed the rules on penalties because of Neymar, didn't they? Because do you remember there was never a rule that you couldn't stop, and people he used to stop, fake shot, wait for the keeper to dive, and just put it in the other corner. And that's when they changed it and said it had to all be one motion. Go on, Marcos.
I'm going to say someone who was on the previous list.
Oh, I like this.
Andres Iniesta.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5, mate. Well done. I feel like it's getting tricky. You need 3, 4, 8. And if it goes to sudden death, we'll just carry on, because if you get anyone past 10, I'll be fucking buzzing.
You've got an Iniesta. I'm gonna go for his teammate, Xavi.
Yeah.
Number 8. Well done. Now, these next two are very obvious ones, but
are they though?
Maybe only once I tell you. Yeah. No, they are. They are.
How many have you got?
Legends of the game. You've got number 3 and number 4. That's it.
So in theory,
really obvious.
Easy. In theory, they should be easy.
They are really easy, and you'll kick yourself once I tell you. But you might not guess them. It wouldn't be a slight on you for not guessing them.
Right. Okay.
It's 11 years ago now, isn't it? So
yeah.
2013 is very specific.
Yeah. See, my next shout was going to be a defender, but because you've said that, I don't think it is going to be a defender.
We haven't had any, have we?
There's not been a defender in yet.
Fuck it, I'm going to say it. Sergio Ramos.
Shit poker face, Adam.
That's a good shout.
What do you mean?
Sergio Ramos.
Why is that a shit poker face as?
We haven't had any in yet, which means that
there still hasn't been one. Sergio Ramos is number 45.
Just saying. 45?
Yeah.
45.
So, Jessie, because Marc went first, you do need this one to secure the win.
What defender would have been?
I think Marc Hunter gives you a good chance.
It's not going to be a defender. It's going to be an attacker. It's always an attacker. Who would be back then?
I think I've got one.
I'm not sure he's going to be this high. I love him. Zlatan.
Number 3.
Is he?
Well done.
3?
Great
number
shout.
3, yeah.
That is a great
Jesus.
shout.
And number 4,
3.
and rightly so for the time. Do you want to guess, Marc?
I was thinking Yaya Toure.
So I was
That's
about
a
to
shout.
run you through the next 10, and Yaya Toure is number 19.
Is
Number
there a defender
4,
in top 10?
nope. Number 4 was Frank Ribery.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that all day.
No.
But you can see why he was top. Like at his time,
He was
Bayern,
quality.
He was
Yeah.
I was thinking Lewandowski, but
your next 10, how much better would it have been to get you to guess 11 to 20? Because in order, you had Robin van Persie, Mesut Ozil, Edinson Cavani, Arjen Robben, Philip Lahm, Radamel Falcao, Thiago Silva, Lewandowski, Yaya Toure, and Bastian Schweinsteiger.
So Thiago Silva was the highest rated defender in that time.
Highest rated defender. Yeah.
That was what
Was this
PSG days, I guess.
Yeah, was this
yeah, I
after
think so.
Puyol and Piqué then? Were they earlier?
I think so. I mean, PK has still been going, wasn't he?
I've always thought that he'd have been.
Yeah, I would have gone.
used to
I would
win
have gone
everything.
PK and Ramos before him for sure.
Yeah.
My favourite one when I was looking through the top 100 is Keisuke Honda with a shout out at number 68.
Wow, he was good at that World Cup though, wasn't he?
Yeah, number 100 by the way was Eden Hazard.
Oh, it's harsh.
Number 100, like Giuseppe Rossi was 54, and you had Eden Hazard at 100. There hasn't been a point in Giuseppe Rossi's career where he's been better than Eden Hazard, no matter which point you pick. That was fun. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
Jessie taking home the 2-0 win.
That doesn't happen often. Thanks,
Got
boys.
to enter a little time warp there, which was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Glad, at least I didn't let us down this week. We both let each other down.
No, I like when you join.
How you getting on with your eggs, Az?
Not very well.
I'm
Not
gonna
very well.
get another one of these.
So,
Az,
Az,
do you want to take us? Go on. I'll eat some chicken while you check.
while you're talking about eggs, are you into the gym at all?
Go into the
Only
gym.
about 10 stone wet through.
Oh, good. So, in a past life, I was like, I love the gym, and I used like they do. You get on the eggs. I now have an egg intolerance from eating too many eggs. Like genuine, can't eat anything with egg in. It like completely fucks me. So
how does it fuck you?
Like rips my insides out. So
Really?
the reason I'm saying this is Az could be on the train to my world, and it's not a good place, mate. So
No,
good luck with
I
that.
can't imagine I'll get an intolerance. I'd probably
So-
just end up feeling.
I mean, I've never had 12. It sounds pretty fucking horrible.
My brother did the same thing as you, Jess. He ate so many eggs, he gave himself an egg intolerance, but to the point where it's anaphylaxis.
Oh no!
So this was completely out of the blue, and it was something like but when I say he would have like, I don't know what everybody else calls it, but like eggy bread.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so he'd have eggy bread for his breakfast, scrambled eggs, like some form of egg at school, scrambled eggs when he came home for his tea because he was a fussy eater. So eggs was like pretty much all he'd eat. And then one day at school, he'd like won a Milky Way or something like that, and his throat started closing up, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
That's
Yeah,
brutal.
so now
what was it called? What did he have?
he literally just developed a egg intolerance. Like it's anaphylaxis.
Anaphylaxis,
so your throat starts
shock.
closing up. Yeah.
So for people at home that don't know what anaphylaxis is, definitely not me. What is it?
It's a severe
yeah,
allergic reaction, basically. Like
Yeah.
your throat closes
So
up, you can't breathe.
Yeah, your throat starts to swell, and literally, like your throat scratches, and you literally can't get any air in.
It's like if you're
So
allergic to nuts, you get
Yeah.
anaphylactic
Yeah,
shock. don't you?
yeah.
Right,
Nut
yeah.
allergies commonly anaphylaxis.
You're on
yeah.
the edge of death, basically. It kills loads
Yeah,
of people.
basically. That's where
Sounds
people have
alright.
EpiPens and
I
stuff
feel
like
like
that.
I'm going to have a pineapple intolerance after this.
So
My
pineapples eat
lips,
you,
my
though.
lips are stinging from the
Yeah,
pineapple.
that's because pineapples eat you alive.
because it's so
Pineapples eat
fucking
you
like
while
sharp.
you eat them. Did you know that?
No,
What?
No.
I'm definitely
taking
winning this
something.
battle though.
What's so bad?
I feel like I'm on some sort of like edibles or something. Like, what the fuck is going?
No. So it's the same as kiwis. So there's an enzyme in pineapples that physically breaks down like our like skin and things. So when you eat a pineapple, people say it eats you back.
Hmm.
So you
Probably
might
why
actually
my lips are
fucking.
fucking
I was going to say,
stinging
yeah,
like
you
that.
might fucking hurt yourself a little bit.
Here's like a nerdy fact for you. Then you're talking about kiwis. Kiwis eat 3 kiwis a day that can help rebuild your DNA, as in what gets damaged through everyday life doing shit like this. So there you go. Eat your 3 kiwis a day.
I'm going to
People
give you
eat the
another
skin of
interesting
kiwi.
fact. Give you another interesting fact. I've never tried a kiwi.
What?
Never.
Psychopath.
I'm going to give you an even more interesting fact. You can tell by looking at me. I tried an orange for the first time in 2018.
Fucking I guess
I was
they
27
don't
years old.
have fruit in Burnley, do they?
No, mate, we're still on like grey porridge and stuff like that, kind of like gruel. Yeah, we just get all the prison slops. Funny. Aaron,
Adam,
shall we throw some arrows?
we shall. So
Oh, no, never mind.
one thing I've remembered, by the way, and I probably should have remembered this before it started. Who would you say the biggest name is we've ever had on this podcast?
The biggest name?
So red
I mean,
related.
it's got to be a single John Nellis, has it not?
Yeah, I've also realised we've never announced any of his scores or our scores from that episode.
No, so I was thinking about this. We were always going to do a double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't wrote any of I haven't wrote them ones down, so we're not going to get those figures this week unless someone's going to do it.
Oh, fucking hell, Aaron.
This is
your one job.
I started writing them down, but then one of the players played midweek, so I was like, I can't remember which fixture it was from. And then one of the others had 2 games since.
Did John not pick Danny Parejo?
I bet he did. Of course he did. I haven't listened to it yet.
Ivan Toney, DCL, and Jonathan
Oh,
David.
Yeah, he did. That was the week that Jonathan David scored a hat trick, wasn't it?
Well, you work that out while I explain the Australian boys' scores from last week.
I will.
We might have a new record.
I definitely don't have a record because I've just looked at my rivals and one of my players got sent off and one of them scored an own goal. So carry on.
You got a record on Goon. That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, drinking goon bags. We got a new record low score, I think, of So Red Arts because Simon went Hoyland, Haaland, and Ben Me. Because obviously he had to go those 3. After we'd recorded it, Rasmus Hoyland was out for 3 weeks. I think it is. Haaland was benched, I think, or got like a 28. And Ben Me got a 30, so he's got 59 points.
It's a good job those boys are funny, isn't it?
It really is. You can see why he rage quits the platform every 3 months.
Well, Alistair did reasonably better. He went Johnny Russell. That lad that I can't say his name, Adam, that you said it, Mihailovic, did you say what was he called?
Yeah.
That's the one. And Cucho Hernandez, and he got 134.4. Steady away. No,
wait, is it us that have got the record?
No, I said that Simon's got the lowest
score.
Oh,
sorry. I got excited. Yeah,
I knew you'd get excited at the record bit, but it was to do with Simon's monstrosity of a 59.
So, sorry, quickly, before you do ours, Nellis had DCL, Jonathan David, and Ivan Toney, wasn't it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, go on, carry on, sorry.
So, you went, is it Assignon? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Lorenz. Yeah, I did.
13.6.
I captained him in 2 lineups last weekend, by the way.
That's impressive to be fair, is that? Bro, you barely even broke 15 points from your captain. Marc went, is it Aravena?
Alexander Aravena, yeah.
That's the one. He got a 45.9. And I went Dennis Bouangru, who got a 60. So we got 120.5.
Fucking
dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
What's the record on the show?
It is, I think it's 178.
Not bad, is it?
Parrot Press?
Yeah, Parrot's comfortably.
Just for this week, then.
He's the big dog so far.
Which game week are we picking for this week?
It'll be, I think, this weekend that we're doing now.
All right.
So, obviously, Friday night games are off the cards, and we're recording Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
So, as long as it's finished before Tuesday. I know.
My Assignon captain got me 21 points, by the way. I've just had a look.
That's good, is that? Do you want me to go first, boys?
Yeah, I've got a banger coming up.
I'm going to go with someone who I think is going to get a dead on 60, and it's Delano Bergzorg.
Oh, you've got a hometown boy.
I think he's going to score against Leeds tomorrow, and if he doesn't, I'll look like a tit.
Do you want to go for yours, Mark? Because I've actually got a big hitter. Save it for the last one.
Last week we celebrated the return of the MLS with Alistair's picks. We also celebrated the return of the Chilean division with my pick. So this week, I'm going to celebrate the return of the Russian Premier League with my pick. And I'm going to go for a young lad who's been injured for fucking ages. Has an L15 of 0 this week, but by all accounts is a good defender. And they're at home to Orenburg, CSK Moscow. So I'm going to go for Igor Deviv.
Oh, you're a big fan, aren't you?
I remember
That's
him
what
from
you-
the early days. He's actually a decent player.
Yeah, he was injured all of pretty much the whole season before the winter break, and he's back. So
What was that
L15
midfielder?
of 0.
What was the young midfielder? Was he at CSKA Moscow? Is it Obliakov?
Yeah, Obliakov, yeah.
Yeah, he was a fucking. I had his common card.
Yeah.
So I had him and Alexander Schultz.
Yeah.
Never heard of either of them. And they
My
used to slap
rare
on me.
240 lineup this week is Akinfeev.
Nice.
Igor
Still
playing. Akinfeev. Igor Deviv at the back. Obliakov in midfield. And Fedor Smolov up front.
That's beautiful.
Smolov, wow.
That is stunning.
Then I've supplemented it with Tony Fruck from Rijeka.
Fucking hell. Yeah, nice. Speaking of fucking hell, do you want to hear my pick for this week?
Go on then.
So you said, obviously, we celebrated the return of the MLS. We celebrated now the return of the Russian Premier League. And we're also going to celebrate the return of Burnley Football Club. Come on. We're fucking smashing Bournemouth this weekend on Sunday. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Feels like an abusive relationship. I cried all week and now I've forgiven them. I still love them. I just want them back. And I'm going David Datro for Fana. Up top. On loan from Chelsea. He's bagging 2. We're fucking laughing, lads.
I were hoping you were setting up a really good punchline then and going Dominic Solanke or something and just picking someone completely against you. Because
Why would you do that?
he's 100% scoring this week.
Well, he might not even be playing yet, so.
They've said his injury's not that bad now, so he should be all right.
Yeah, but they said he might play, so it's a risk. I'd probably leave him out for this weekend, lads. No point playing him in a big game like this.
He
Getting
only
beat
needs
4-0
5
don't
minutes.
matter. Nah, getting beat 4-0
Jessie, have you got an idea?
Who am I picking?
Yeah.
So if Fofana scoring 2, then Burnley are winning 3-0 because Zeki Amdouni is bagging a decisive and he's hitting 60 this week for Burnley because Burnley could do over Bournemouth 100%.
Jessie, my favourite guest so far, mate. This is class.
So that's one.
You want more from
Have
me?
you got another 2?
Yeah, you need 2 more.
Sorry, mate. I
Yeah,
thought we were
please.
doing the rounds. All right. So
No, we've done ours now.
all right, I'm going to keep it Swiss because you can't call yourself Swiss Mafia and be Swiss and not pick Swiss players. So I don't know if you picked up on my Swiss accent, but I'm going to go Jan Sommer in goal, best goalkeeper in the world. I don't know if you ever watched him live, like genuinely best goalkeeper in the world, unbelievable. He best looking goalkeeper in the world as well, but
Yeah, he's an handsome bloke. He's a very handsome bloke.
unbelievable. And
Arian at Murich has died, has he?
mate, get out. He Soma, we talk about like flaking and then rebuying and stuff, or buying back in. I bought Soma, I reckon, in rare between 5 and 7 times, and he ain't cheap. And I haven't got a lot of money, so I'm an idiot. So Soma's going to get a cleanie this week against Genoa. Do you want my third one? So third one,
A what? Yes. A
What?
Sorry. What's he going to get?
a cleanie.
Yeah.
There's no way you actually call it that.
What do you call it?
A clean sheet, like a normal person.
It's the same
This
thing.
is the last episode we're ever making.
Do you actually call it a cleanie? Because Marc said that one of his keepers got a cleanie or was going to get a cleanie, and we fucking annihilated him for it.
Mate, it's the
And
same thing.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. So Harry Trades also said cleanie on the So Red Data
Yeah.
podcast the other day.
This is
Harry's
so
in Cardiff, I think, isn't he? Like down south.
Is it-
Down
is it
It's a
south.
proper
south,
southern
maybe it's a
thing,
a southern thing, southwest thing.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I've got a mate who listens to this, and he says cleaning now to take the piss. He's like,
I thought-
literally was like,
I
hope my
100%
GPS is
thought you were
cleaning
taking
this
the piss.
weekend.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
thought you were taking the piss then, Jesse.
I'm a super fan, but no, it's a genuine word.
I was going to say, you've done some research there. You've been ready to drop the cleaning. It turns out it's an actual fucking thing. So last
Yeah.
player after you.
So Soma's getting a cleanie, and then the goat, Granit Xhaka, is gonna control the midfield as they smash Cologne. And
Is it what about his injury though after he scored?
nah, it's fine. Xhaka can play one leg; he'd be fine.
Did I take it everybody saw that, by the way?
Yeah.
The fact that he had Alonso panicked, ready to take him off.
The medical staff stood there ready to run on.
And he's like slapping him to get him away.
Honestly, I love him more than any footballer in the world, like even above Soma. He's unreal. Nice. So underrated. Arsenal fans almost ruined him.
Well, I was thinking the first time we interacted on Twitter was a mutual love of Zeki Amdouni.
Yes.
I think that was where our love first started.
He was unreal as a kid. I genuinely still don't think you've seen the best of him. He's a proper player.
Swiss Messi.
Unreal.
Yeah, he's shown flashes, but we're dog shit. So how much can you really put on this year?
Two seasons he'll be at Huddersfield.
I think he's skirting around getting dropped. I think
he's an absolute lock-in. Honestly, for his price, I know we don't talk about So Rare properly, but for his price, as a lock-in for the Euros all day, 50 quid for a Prem card. Ah, yes, now we're talking.
There it is.
Was that from DHgate?
No, mate. I always buy the official Burnley shirt because I'm a fucking merchandiser's dream. Merchandiser's dream, by the way, with Taylor Swift phone case.
Oh, I've seen all these on about 4 episodes.
I tell you what, I've got a little bit of issue with this. I loved you a little bit more for the Amdouni, but Taylor Swift, come on.
Steady now.
Ooh, come on. You're barking at the wrong tree.
I know, yeah.
You've got 2 Swifties in here.
So, do you know, Ricky from Thursday Club's taking my missus to watch Taylor Swift is it in summer? Whenever she's playing that show. Fuck knows. There's a group of them going.
That doesn't sound great.
No. Don't worry, his wife will be there as well. But
is Ricky a Swiftie?
No, he's an unbelievable, huge fan of Swiftie. What's the super Swiftie called?
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's absolutely mad for her.
Okay.
Legit.
I was going to say I'll buy his ticket off him.
No, he won't. He bought the tickets for the girls. That's his level.
Okay, good man.
Good man.
I like
bought the tickets for the girls.
Yeah,
such a smart guy, isn't he?
Yeah, what a boy. I love that. Where are they going?
I guess London, is it? Honestly, I have no idea. I know I've got the kids.
I'm pretty sure she's playing at Wembley and Cardiff.
And Anfield.
Yeah, she's playing at Anfield. She's playing.
They mentioned Taylor Swift, and I turned off.
How? It's the global superstar of 2023, mate.
So which one of you three are not a Swiftie fan?
Aaron. Yeah. Aaron's the little bitch that.
I'm just pretending that I'm here at the moment. As soon as they mention the word Taylor Swift, I just go into a daydream until they stop talking about it.
That's why me and Marc are so excited to drive up to Falkirk for So Rare Sevens, because it's just 5 hours to Taylor Swift. It's gonna be great.
That's what you think. I got to drive now.
Yeah, that means I'm in charge of the Oaks, mate. You know the rules.
All right, Beatles.
You know the rules.
I have a question then. What is your boys' most favourite album of all time? If you had to pick one.
Good question.
Oh,
that is
what a question.
Can I name more than one?
I'll tell you mine.
I've got one.
Mine is, without a shadow of a doubt, Arctic Monkeys, Whatever People Say I Am.
That
is what I'm not.
Yeah, great choice.
Your favourite Worst Nightmare is my favourite Arctic Monkeys album.
So,
yeah, it's a great one.
I'm going to throw one out there that I feel like no one's expecting. I'm actually not going to pick a Taylor Swift one. I'm going to pick probably the one that I listened to most growing up. And I'm going to say The Massacre by 50 Cent.
Oh.
Yeah. Piggy Bank, I'm Supposed to Die Tonight, Candy Shop. This is an unbelievable album. It's like a 13-year-old bumping that in the suburbs of Burnley.
Mine's more like, I wouldn't have it depends on what I'm listening to. So I have quite a wide variety of type of music.
What would you say is the one that the likelihood is, if you were gonna go and listen to an album, that would be up there?
Yeah. or the one you could listen to cover to
In any
cover
mood,
and
yeah.
sing to word for
It's-
word?
Probably one you wouldn't expect, but it's Minutes to Midnight by Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I love Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Is that the one
Meteor,
with
Hybrid Theory.
Yeah,
Hybrid
Yeah.
Theory. To be honest, any album from Linkin Park. But
Hybrid
I'm a fan
Theory.
of-
That's the one.
The
Is that
Jay
their
Z
first
collab
one?
was so good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Hybrid Theory was the one in the end, crawling
Yeah.
paper cut. Yeah, that's my favorite Linkin Park album. Rest in peace
See,
to a legend. by the
I'd be
way.
the same as you, Adam.
Oh.
I'd be like growing up, 741, all killer, no filler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Just the best times, and just every track on that album, so good.
Well, they're on their final tour, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
Calling it a day next year. Are you gonna go? You gonna try and get some tickets?
I'd love to. Like, my mates have just gone to see Blink in the last year.
Yeah,
and
one of my
I'd
friends went to see Blink as well.
I'd love to do the same. It's our gen, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it just reminds me of growing up.
Blink,
my friends
Green
so far
Day,
this year.
Linkin
Yes.
Park.
Yeah, one of my friends so
American
far
Idiot.
last year.
American Idiot album is incredible.
They
Unreal.
saw Blink, Panic at the Disco. Who else? There was another one. My Chemical Romance.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
they'd hit like all the bands that I'd listened to growing up, and I don't know if you two had gone by this point at the wedding, but we had like a good solid half an hour, 45 minutes of like 2000s pop punk, like emo,
Nice.
like Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance,
Yeah.
and then we finished with Tribute by Tenacious D.
Oh my god,
And
one of the
I've
best
got
of
a
all
video.
time.
Yeah.
Literally, I've got a video of me and my wife singing Tribute by Tenacious D, and like it will live with me for the rest of my life. Like it was mint.
There's too many good emo songs from our generations compared to what there is
Yeah.
now. My missus loves it. We just get in car and just put on like early 2000s.
30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, oh mate, I absolutely love 30 Seconds
bangers.
to Mars. Yeah, there's loads. I mean, if I was going to go different to the emo side, it'd probably be What's the Story, Morning Glory. That'd be my.
Yeah.
My
What about Nirvana, Nevermind?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nirvana a bit before my time, I think.
What an album.
I never really listened to Nirvana that much.
Also,
There's too
just
many-
throwing it
there's
out
too many.
there as a curveball, Justin Timberlake, Justified.
Justified.
Oh.
I was
What an
I was
album.
talking about Justified.
That was big.
At work.
Yeah.
Yeah, banger. Do you know what? Justin Timberlake's The 2020 Experience is a fucking stunning album. That's the one that like Mirrors, when he came out with Mirrors. Everyone remembers Mirrors.
Yeah.
Strawberry Bubblegum, Body Count, Tunnel Vision, Against the Wall. Oh, what a fucking album that is. I might go and listen to that album. That's a great question, Mark. Thank you for that question.
Yeah,
You're
I
welcome.
like that.
But anything
Should we
else?
just stop this and then start a music podcast straight after?
I was
and just
about
go
to
in?
say,
Probably
let's
should,
just
shouldn't
do
we?
that. And
Yeah.
Jessie can be our first episode.
Yeah.
We'll bring
I'm
some
going to go
on.
listen to some 90s and
music.
noughties indie music now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah,
Anyone
Mark?
got anything before we go? No, I'm going to go and
No.
finish my last two chicken wings. Aaron, you get those eggs
Oh,
polished
I
off.
have actually. So,
Yeah,
little update on the pineapple.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am. This in front of me is just core. I can't get through.
Respect.
So I've pretty much.
You're not gonna, if you're giving it a go.
Look, not happening.
I think
That's
you could.
awesome,
I think if you bit
breakage.
hard enough, yeah.
I mean, my lips are stinging as well.
I think you've done really well, mate. To be honest, they were spicy, but those wings haven't really done what I was hoping they'd do.
No, I were hoping you struggled.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I mean-
tomorrow, though, all three of you might have a separate report. Like, your GIs
see,
can be
but-
fucked.
I drink hot sauce like it's water, so
Yeah.
I'm used to that anyway.
Mate,
My big Sorry, Matt, go on.
I'm driving 2.5 hours down to Plymouth Argyle tomorrow, so I'm going to have a fun time in the car, I think.
Nice, love that.
I went out for a curry on Wednesday, and since I've just been in terrible bother, and I won't go into too much detail. So that has just killed me. My stomach is genuinely in pain right now. I'm just having to just justify sitting here. And as soon as this shuts off, I'm need
Gone.
an alone 5 minutes to do something that no one wants to talk about.
I love that for you. Well, we'll let you go and do that, Aaron. Jessie, where can people find you? Where can they find the Thursday Club?
They can find me probably hiding away somewhere. They can find the Thursday Club Twitter at fuck knows, can't remember their Twitter handle because I haven't used it in so long. Go search Thursday Club on Twitter. You'll find them somewhere. But you're better off going on YouTube. So every week, generally on a Tuesday, even though we're called Thursday Club, makes no sense. But hey, generally on Tuesday they'll release a new pod or a video. Sometimes on a Thursday because go wild. But yeah, YouTube is a spot, if not Twitter. But otherwise, yeah, that's it.
Both links will be in the description. I've got better at putting people's links in the
Yeah,
description.
just don't ask me for them. I might be the founder of Thursday Club, but don't ask me for the links.
Don't worry.
And hopefully we'll see the Thursday Club boys back at Sevens in July.
Hopefully.
Yeah, do you know what? Me and Rick were talking about that today. I was talking about whether he'd go up front as a Peter Crouch, and he was he said he may come along as manager. I think he's got 8 months recovery still from surgery the other day.
Hell, really?
Yeah. He's in trouble.
We'll tell him we always need a hand with reffing and setting up and all that.
Yeah, we definitely need a ref. We definitely need a ref because the other one was going to be me, and I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. So I've got 7 days fresh out of surgery. So unfortunately, I'll be doing the admin for Marc.
No, it's been an absolute cameras, and you're going to wear a suit on touchline and manage us.
I am. I'm going to come in a really long coat like Arsene Wenger.
I might get a full ref
kit. Try and zip it up all day.
I might get full ref kit with headset and everything.
Do you like a sexy ref though? Like a Halloween outfit.
Little tight shorts.
Yeah. Is that video of like the world campus ref, isn't it? And he's running around.
Yeah, where it's like
Adam, you're going to video it on the side, and if there's something dodgy, I'm going to go like that to you, and you got to
I will
VAR out.
I will be VAR, and it depending on how much I like the person involved will be who gets the decision. So it'd be nice to me.
Do what like Newcastle fan does, Mark, and just do black and white painted stripes rather than an actual shirt. So really short black shorts, body paint for the top, and then you'd look great in military.
Is this just a fetish you've got, mate? Or like?
I don't mean for the stadium. I mean at the hotel in the evening. This isn't for other people. This is for later on.
I feel like we're going off track. I'm going now. Jessie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Boys. Great to see you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.